Hello, Steelers Nation. It's Lucas here. For the last week, we have been talking about a new era. We've been talking about youth, about energy, about finding the next Sean McVay or the next Mike Tomlin. But today, the narrative has shifted violently, and according to some brutal new reports, the Steelers might be on the verge of making a massive mistake. We are hearing loud and clear that Mike McCarthy, the former Packers and Cowboys coach and a Pittsburgh native, is not just a candidate, he might be the guy. But while the national media sees a Super Bowl winner coming home, local insiders are calling this a total failure of process. Are the Steelers rushing this? Are they ignoring the best young candidates just to hire an old friend of the general manager? If you want the truth about this search, not just the fluff, you are in the right place. We have a new goal today. We are trying to hit 100 subscribers. If you love this daily coverage, please hit that subscribe button right now. Let's build this community together. Now, let's talk about why this hire might be a disaster. Let's get right into the report that is setting Pittsburgh on fire. Alan Saunders of Steelers Now dropped a scathing critique of this potential move, calling the pursuit of McCarthy a huge failure in process by team president Art Rooney II. Here is the argument, and it is hard to argue against. When this search started, look at the candidate pool. Of the 9 confirmed candidates, 7 were first-time head coaches, and 8 of them were 45 years old or younger. The Steelers clearly set out to find a young, energetic leader. They interviewed guys like Chris Shula, Nate Scheelhaase, and Jeff Hafley. McCarthy was supposed to be the safety valve, the experienced guy you interview just to check a box. But now, it looks like they are pivoting entirely to the safe hire. Saunders argues that if the Steelers wanted an experienced offensive coach, they should have aimed higher. Why not try to poach a John Harbaugh or interview a Mike McDaniel type? Instead, it feels like they panicked. And the worst part, they might be hiring McCarthy without even finishing the race.
This is the part that should worry every Steelers fan. The report highlights that the Steelers might hire McCarthy before they even get to interview the Rams coaches in person. We know the team completed virtual interviews with Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula and passing game coordinator Nate Scheelhaase. Reports say those interviews went very well. But because the Rams are still playing in the postseason, NFL rules say the Steelers cannot interview them in person yet. So instead of waiting a week to see if Shula is the next great head coach, the Steelers appear ready to hand the keys to McCarthy immediately. Why the rush? As the report points out, who else was beating down the door for McCarthy? The Giants and Titans jobs are filled. McCarthy isn't going anywhere. If Art Rooney II hires McCarthy today, he is admitting that he doesn't care about seeing what the young guys can actually do. He just wants the search to be over. Now, to be fair, we have to look at why this is happening. Mike McCarthy isn't a bad coach. In fact, statistically, he is excellent. He has a career winning percentage of 60.8%. He won a Super Bowl. He has worked with Joe Montana, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Dak Prescott. If you were terrified of becoming the next Carolina Panthers or New York Giants, teams that have been bad for years, McCarthy guarantees you competence. There is also the Greenfield connection. McCarthy was born here. His dad was a Pittsburgh firefighter and police officer who owned Joe McCarthy's Bar and Grill. He grew up a Steelers fan. More importantly, he has a deep connection with our front office. He worked with GM Omar Khan and assistant GM Andy Weidel back in New Orleans. In the NFL, friends hire friends, and it looks like Khan and Weidel might be choosing comfort over potential. So here is the reality we face. Hiring Mike McCarthy is like buying a reliable sedan. It will get you to work. It won't break down often. He won 12 games 3 years in a row in Dallas. But is that what we want? We just moved on from Mike Tomlin because we were tired of losing in the playoffs. McCarthy's Cowboys have had the exact same problem. By hiring him, we are essentially saying, we don't need to be innovative. We don't need the next McVay. We just want to be stable. We are potentially skipping out on Chris Shula, a guy with royal football bloodlines and a modern defensive scheme, just because we are too impatient to wait for the Rams to finish their season. As the reports say, this feels like a box-checking exercise that accidentally became the final decision. It's a safe move, but safe moves rarely win Super Bowls in the modern NFL.
This is a defining moment for Art Rooney II.
If he signs Mike McCarthy, he is ignoring the youth movement that the rest of the league is embracing. He is ignoring the dream scenario of a shoeless Shieldhouse ticket. He is betting that an old-school Pittsburgh guy can fix an old-school Pittsburgh team. I need to know where you stand because the fan base is torn. Are you okay with Mike McCarthy? Do you value the wins and the experience? Or do you agree with the reports that this is a failure of process? Should we wait for Shula? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And listen, we are working hard to bring you the most honest Steelers updates on YouTube. We are aiming for 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that button right now and join the team. I'm Lucas, and as always, here we go.